Good day, fellow humans. I am back. So, first and foremost, y'all know I be experimenting, and I would like to say, if you were gonna play around with like the frequency uh, tuning, I guess that's what you call it. What I was teaching you guys about going to like the 999 hertz and doing journals and just getting your content or whatever your message is that way. Please know that this makes your receiver more sensitive, which is what I'm learning. I was trying to figure out last week, like, hey, I can't hear what I'm supposed to be doing, like for myself, and I'm getting a little frustrated here. But it turns out because I was picking up on so many other people's energy, like I did not ever conceive that there would be people who weren't my customers or people who were like waiting on a reading or something, right? Like in my energy or thinking about me or just being in there. So it's like, and I think I've used this reference before, you know, when Professor X puts on Cerebro and then he hears all the voices. That's what it was like. It was too many people in my energy, even when it came to me recording in the house. Usually it's no problem to have people in the background and stuff while I'm doing it. But what I was noticing is I was channeling and like picking up my radio waves as usual. But if there was anybody else in the room or walking by, my wave would get knocked off because I was picking up on them. This is very much a continued science experiment. Like it's called magic, but we're all learning our different ways of manifesting our capabilities. So add that to your toolbox. Like even now, my human, like you hear my voice, it's all low, right? So I've been playing around with like calorie deficits and stuff. And for the last 2 days, I was feeling like really lethargic and I had a headache. And I'm like, yo, I know this ain't no magic stuff. What is going on? This headache won't go away. But I dropped my calories too low. Okay, I get that. I'm experimenting all the way around, y'all. So tomorrow I have a great Learn With Me video that I am planning to do for you guys because I want to catch you up on some stuff I learned after my energy cleared out. I was able to see clearly like what music had to do with everything and all that stuff. But today, I just wanted to hop on here and do like a little message because I have some soul contract readings to deliver, some stuff I want to do on the website. I am down to like 17 readings to get out. And I am really fighting with myself. I will be opening the summer clinic. I had to look at the date on the computer. I will be opening my summer clinic, which is my one-on-one sessions that stay open like a clinic. So from Tuesday through Saturday, I'll be open every week through September something for one-on-one chats for people who just need to drop in. I don't think I'm going to keep video readings available during that time. I'm not sure, but I don't ever want to weigh myself down doing too much, especially realizing how sensitive or how strong my magnet has gotten now, which is cool. But I get the strange feeling if I go through with what like has been put on my heart right now, and I take the readings down from my website and I put the other stuff that's up on there. It's not like video readings. I'll only be doing the text ones, and then I have this special Zoom thing that I'm gonna offer where people can meet me face to face like this. But I don't think I'll be going back, guys, to doing natal chart readings and stuff like I was doing before, which is scary but exciting at the same time because I was waiting for something to change, and it feels like there is a big change coming. I can't see it, which is cool because I love a good surprise, but it's like I don't get them often. So, what is the message I am delivering for the collective today? And I feel like I need to know. I'm using two astrological decks or two decks that have compasses on them. That's what I was drawn to. These two. This one is like symbolism for where you're being guided, and this one is like by the stars. So, what collective message am I delivering today? And I'm looking up at the camera over here. Does it make a difference? No, you can tell I'm looking over there. I usually lean this way towards the light, but like it looks like I don't know, whatever. So let's see what's popping out here. Confrontation in the future. Of course. The theme is healing. So this is a collective message, I believe. Like just everybody. So opposition, that's the first card, which is where I was seeing like the war, the fight, the division. The North Node is the future. So fighting's on the way. The theme of this was Chiron ascending, which is the wounded healer rising. But it could also, in this case, because the snake here, like snake incoming, do with this what you will. I'm just reading off what I'm sensing here. There's the fifth house, and then there's retrograde, which is passion and creativity in a review. In my mind, just sort of sprinkled back to that whole Renaissance thing. Because the whole time I've been telling you guys about the war that's coming on the way in like the US, but everybody else is affected by it, except for like one or two places. Uh, that the world dropping into such a dark time energetically sparks the people who are like dark lighters, like people who are used to the dark but have been holding on to a diamond or something in the dark in order to shine their light during a really bad time. The last card that was in this poll was this. Like, if you're a person that has been through, and this is Shine, by the way, this is Leo. If you're a person that has been through a lot of difficult things, the scale works sort of upside down for you, right? Just energetically. When everybody else is really down and going through bad things, you're sort of cool because you've been through all the bad stuff, but you have a harder time dealing with stability and when everything is cool. That's the one, I guess, benefit of being a being of chaos, the one that it developed in chaos. So there are going to be some people that suddenly, when everything looks like shit, they're going to be like, it's time for me to paint. Like, you know what I mean? And they'll just know, like, they're activated. So I've been talking to everybody about their gifts and the different times they've been activated. So North Node and Gemini, the writers were activated. They were supposed to be working on their books or whatever it is for a while. Everybody working on their projects if they got activated at different time in order to be prepared to release it around now or over the next year is what I'm getting when things get really thick here. So what is the second part of this message that I need to deliver? I need to hurt a little bit. I ain't even dropped the calories that low for it to be doing all this. This is lame. So confirmation. Is it that spark? And the person over there working on like hold on. Light. Light, Aisha, light. It's a spark and a person working on their music. Nah, that's a lovely feeling. Look, it's this one's coming to life. I didn't want to say like a vampire coming up out his coffin because it doesn't feel like that, but it definitely feels like a bunch of people that were like planted somewhere coming out of their shell with the goal of what? Healing the ouch. This feels like a nod to the Chiron. So think about when you get a cell phone, guys. What's on the cell phone? Like the basic apps, what you need for that device to run. Once you get it, you start customizing it. You add your email, then you load it with all the stuff that's pertinent to what you want to learn, what you need in your life. I want you to take that same concept and apply it to your human. Like you were a baby and you were born with certain things, but you've been loading it with information. If you were a sleeper cell, somebody who had been living a covered life in order to be awakened later and to pop out with a gift that God has given you to deliver other people for their healing, right? What has everything that you have loaded into your computer that has been loaded into your human been preparing you to share with others at this time? What is the knowledge you acquired? What's the skill? If you were to combine all your skills together, what have you been made into? That has sort of been my grounding thought or focal point lately. Like when I get up in the morning, like, what should I do with this human that God gave me? Even down to, like I said, growing my nails. Y'all know I was going back and forth about biting my nails just because I had like anxiety. But that has gotten way better when I think of it like this, like, hold on. If this is my piece of Play-Doh, this piece of human that God gave me, that means that I have everything I need with this, and all I need to do is let myself blossom. So I keep like giving myself permission to blossom, giving myself permission to grow, to step outside of my own estimation. So all the other things that I used to think I needed in order to feel confident, to feel successful, to show up on the screen don't feel the same because I feel deeply. And when I'm by myself and I'm locked in here, I already had all the tools in my phone, in my human. And it's the same for you guys. Everything was already in there. You just have to cultivate it. And if it's a skill that you feel better attuning, do that. And by tuning, I mean, all right, if you're naturally a person who is good at dance, Start doing some dance classes on YouTube. And I don't mean by like posting them, just do some stuff to get yourself back in the groove so you can see your own confidence. And then maybe you'll move to that level. But taking the steps towards cultivating, that was me like pruning, molding the gift of clay of life that God has given you. Because up there, we are all pretty much the same piece of light energy, and we just praise God all day, and it's just the same thing every day. And that's why we were given this experience to enjoy, guys. What has your human been built up for? What is everything that you have witnessed, endured, led you to? I have a client who's a nurse. Hey, girl, I know you're going to be on here. I don't think that her nursing was just for her to be like, in there forever. I think she learned everything she could about the healthcare system from behind the scenes so that she could start something on her own and share the knowledge that she has that will actually help people, as opposed to, some of that health stuff that's meant to keep you in a circle of having to come back. That's what I mean by you have been in a position, you have been doing a job that is linked to what you're doing in the other realms this whole time. Like I'm here behind a computer giving advice. In general, people give my entity or my soul offerings or pops up for advice. It's the same thing. So if you're somebody who works in like nursing or healthcare, you're likely an angel. If you are somebody who works in the jail or correctional facility, you're probably in the underworld. If you are somebody who works in the court system, that's like the judiciary part of heaven. Like everybody has a different role here that matches or mirrors what they're doing somewhere else. That's important because now you're about to be activated into, I guess, since I'm being fair, God mode or Beetlejuice mode in whatever your gift is, whatever you came here to share. So I have a lot more stuff I want to share with you guys tomorrow. But today is Mars Day. I need to use the energy I have and a snack to do some more work and some other videos. But I'll be back with a long one tomorrow. So I hope this inspired whoever needed to hear confirmation that the thing they gave up on is the thing they need to chase now. Because it wasn't the right time before, but it's the right time now. Don't miss your opportunity. That's the message. Y'all have a good day.